Hi, welcome to another edition of Roll or Die. I'm Adam, and today we're going to take a look at Silver and Gold. This is a new roll and write from Pandasaurus Games, and if you're not familiar with the roll and write craze that's currently happening, it's a style of game where there's a common element, either a dice roll or in this case a card flip, where everyone has to use that element on their scoring sheets. In this case, it's polyomino shapes like the Tetris shapes you're familiar with. It has a light treasure hunting theme as you try to fill in these cards and score points and have the most treasure at the end. So we're going to take a look at how Silver and Gold plays, and we'll come back after that and we'll give you our final thoughts and give you our full review of Silver and Gold. Okay, Silver and Gold is a roll and write game that you can teach in about 2 minutes flat. Players have these common elements. They're each going to have a scorecard, and they start with these 2 treasure cards that they're going to be filling out. So the general flow of the game is over 4 rounds that you're going to mark off on the overall scorecard. And there's 8 expedition cards, but only 7 of them are going to be flipped. That's key because now players do not have perfect information. You have a little cheat sheet here for all the possible shapes, but you're not going to get all of them in a round. One will be left off. So every time a shape is flipped, you then go and mark it off on one of your cards. I'll just start here in this corner. You can mirror the shape, you can flip it, you can manipulate it in any way you want as long as it's the same general shape. Now, when I filled this in, I did hit an X. An X is a nice little bonus feature that lets me immediately hit another square. So I'm going to show you another bonus feature, the palm tree. The palm tree scores itself and any other palm tree in this marketplace. So right now there are 3 palm trees, so I immediately get to score a 3 on my card. And play continues, where you're just trying to get these cards filled in. I will go ahead and do this here so I can show you a coin. Fill in these 3, and I get to mark a coin off my scorecard. The second I fill this row up, let's say I've already done that, I get to take in a certain number of points based on what order I am in. So if I get a 6 here, because I'm the first player to fill out that row of coins, I'll mark this off. And then the next player would only get a 5, then the third player a 4. So there's a race to get those points and fill out those coins. And then at the end of the game, obviously the coins are each worth a point, so it's well worth doing. Once you fill out a card, I'll just keep going here, because you'll see this goes pretty quick. I have an X, so I'll go ahead and score here. Here's a shape I can't fit. Let's just focus on this card for now. If you ever can't fit a shape, you're allowed to just mark a single one in instead of doing the shape. Again, I was just looking for that 2-piece. There it is, of course, the last card. And normally that wouldn't have come up. If you remember, I said you only play 7. So that's where you have to be smart in what you're picking. But once you get a card completed, it just goes into a general scoring section, and then you can take a new treasure card. There's just a few other elements you need to keep in mind. The game is only played over 4 rounds, with 7 of these cards coming down each round. There's also a scoring bonus on certain cards if you complete them, like this one, and it's called a seal. If I were to complete this purple card, it has a seal bonus of 1 for the gray series, which means once this is completed, I would get an additional point for each gray card played. So those seal bonuses are sort of a set collection mechanism you can focus on if that's what you want to go for scoring. The game does end after 4 rounds, and the totaling is pretty easy. You just count your completed cards. If a card is only partially completed, it gets no points. You count up all your gold coins, your bonus points, your trees, your seal bonus, and you total it. And that's it. The highest score wins. And that is how you play Silver and Gold. Okay, so now you've seen how to play Silver and Gold. So let's talk about our thoughts on it. This is a roll and write that I feel could be the gateway to all roll and writes. There's games that are more complex. Twice as Clever, Welcome To are my favorite roll and writes. But I think this is the game that you use to intro people to the whole genre. It's simple, it's fun, and it's just a matter of figuring out how to get these shapes on your cards. Are you going for optimization and filling them out exactly where you're going to get piece after piece you can put in? Or are you going to go for a faster approach, more dangerous approach that's going to leave lots of little one-off squares that you're going to have to waste turns on marking? Do you go for the set collection? Are you going to try to match up the colors and get more points at the end of the game? There's a lot of decisions to be made for such a deceptively simple little game. And that's what I like about it. This is a game that you're going to be able to use to hook people on roll and writes. Now, if you just don't like the genre, this isn't going to change your mind. But I think this is the way to bring people into it. So I do highly recommend Silver and Gold. I think you should check it out. It's from Pandasaurus Games, and it's a good time. All right, so that wraps up our review of Silver and Gold. Make sure you check the description below. You can see where to get it. We'll put a link up. We also have all of our social media on there, so you can follow along with us and the Pod 6 Network as we bring you all things tabletop. It's February. We're getting ready to head into convention season, so you're definitely going to want to follow us as we preview some games, look at some Kickstarter watches. We'll have a lot of great content coming your way, so make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification button so that you always get all of our new content.